Whenever you're ready, Robin, we're ready. Good evening, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 19 of Robin's Piano Bar, where the drinks and the food are virtual, but the piano playing is real. I'm your host, Larry Kosson, streaming live to you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV, LinkedIn, and Bandcamp. Tonight's episode is A Midsummer Night's Dream. And now, please welcome to her own home, our favorite piano gal, Robin Spielberg.
Hello, good evening, and welcome, friends. It seems like we were just here because Larry and I just got back. We were, after our piano bar last weekend, we hightailed it over to New Hampshire, where we spent a lot of time in the recording studio, listening very intently, mostly doing some recording and also a lot of listening to previous tracks that were recorded. Super fun. Glad to be back, though, and glad to be back in time to be here. This is live stream number 191, for those of you counting, 191. Yes, indeed. It's the last Friday of July. A little hot and muggy here in Pennsylvania. How is it by you? Thanks for joining us. So tonight, since we are in the middle of summer, we thought Midsummer Night's Dream would be a good theme. And as per your suggestion, we are continuing with the hybrid piano bar. So in addition to this evening's songs being covers having to do with summer and the middle of summer and dreamy summer, I will put in some summer original pieces as well for your enjoyment. We're starting with Hello Young Lovers. Nothing like summer love, right? one appears on my album With a Song in My Heart. It's from the musical A King and I. Hope you like that. Wow. Peter saying 103 degrees. Oh, that's just wrong. It's not that hot here, but that is something else. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. Not for this next one. Here we are. Midsummer. Summertime, George Gershwin. I hope the living is easy for you this summer. Easier than it was last summer, perhaps. Summertime, summer cocktails. What are you guys having? We had some summer cocktails this last week, right? Every night. Usually when I'm in the recording studio, we will have a cocktail with dinner on the very last night, kind of celebrate our good work. But Larry, I think you'll agree with me. These last sessions, they kind of drove us to drink. Like, we started having cocktails day one.
We did.
Because we got the first morning flight out of here, Monday morning, and usually what happens when I get to New Hampshire, I take the first flight. I like taking the first flight because I know the plane's going to be there, right? It's not coming from someplace else and going to be late. So we leave at a crazy hour, like 5:15 in the morning or something. And usually when I get there, I say, I'm just going to take a little snooze, little nap, pretend this whole thing this morning didn't happen, wake up refreshed, start the session, 10 a.m. But I was so excited.
We jumped right in.
I was too excited. There was no napping. We went right into like a 12-hour session. For those of you just coming into Piano Bar tonight, don't know what I'm talking about. a 30-year dream is finally becoming realized here at our house. I've been wanting to record my work with full symphony orchestra for that long. I'm not exaggerating. It is coming on 3 decades. And
last
we
week
did it.
was our 27th wedding anniversary, so
yes,
I have been
Larry.
I have been part of the dream for almost since its inception. I was only a couple of years off.
That's right.
So
we recorded some works with with a symphony orchestra in Budapest, Hungary. For those of you on Patreon, you got to saw a little photo today that I sent out of Larry and Jerry working in the control room. And so the first piece is about 11 minutes. And so when you have an 11-minute piece of music, 12 hours is simply not enough time to go through it and listen to it because, as I said, it's a 62-piece orchestra, so you're listening to each part, each instrument, and balancing it, trying to make the most perfect experience for you later when you hear it. So we're almost done, and we're super excited. But every day was like that, these very intense sessions, and then recording some for the next orchestral sessions. And then we'd go out and be like, oh my gosh, I need a summer cocktail. So Fran was having, what was she having? It kind of looked, it wasn't a frozen pina colada, but it was like a...
It was an island drink that
some kind of island drink.
Yeah.
She's like, take me away. I want to be on an island. And I wanted to pretend I was in Paris because I had a really good time in Paris like 6 years ago or 7 years ago now.
We'll always have Paris,
we'll
darling.
Always have Paris. We were there only for a couple of days, but we met very good friends, and we were drinking, how do you say it, Aperol spritzes or Aperol? Is it Aperol or Aperol?
Something like that.
Tomato. All right, so I ordered that. And Larry, what did you have?
The first night, the local place in New Hampshire that we love, shout out to the Flying Goose, they brew their own beer, and I had one of their summer specials, blueberry wheat, which I had the first night, but by the time we went back, the third night they were already sold out of it. So
right.
So
that's what's going on here. Whatever's going on with you, happy to help bring joy into your household through music, cheer you up if you need some cheering up, or just celebrate a Friday midsummer night. And Larry, thank you for mentioning this song. I put out together the set list, and he said, wait a minute. I think you forgot one. And he suggested this Billy Joel tune that I've always loved. Hopefully it's still somewhere in my brain, in my fingers. Summer Highland Falls. All right, that's an old one and a very good one. I like the lyric. They say, these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known.
I had to add a little bit of applause there because the actual Billy Joel recording was a live recording of that. So I always love the cheering in the background.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it's really cheering. Yeah. Well, as promised, this live stream is going to contain some originals, so I'm going to play a few right here in a row. Dreaming of Summer, how could I miss that one, right? And also In My Dreams and I Dream of You. 3 dreaming songs in a row. was I Dream of You. A fun tidbit about that song, that piece, was I originally wrote it for a cabaret called Overheard. And that was premiered in Vermont. I'm trying to remember the year. I think it was 1987. It might have been 1986 in Montpelier, Vermont. Back in the day. That was a little musical I wrote that didn't really go anywhere. So I repurposed the melody on that original composition. Little fun tidbit there. Hope you enjoyed those 3 originals. I see Larry posted the PayPal link. Thanks, Larry. There's also Venmo on there, too, in case that's your preference. And we really do appreciate you guys hitting the tip jar so very much. Guess what? This laptop's dying, so I'm trying. I'm trying. What is it? 8 years old, 9 years old? I'm trying to hold on to it a little longer.
But look at us. It's literally midsummer.
Midsummer. 7:29. Makes me a little sad. We came home from the studio and I harvested a lot of vegetables from the veggie garden. That was great. But then I took a quick little peek around and yeah, it's kind of looking like the weeds have won. I try for that not to happen until mid-August, but we were away a little bit. So poor garden. I'm going to tackle tomorrow. Larry, you're going to go on a bike ride, right?
I absolutely. Actually, right. I have a 40-mile ride in mind tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
So,
all right, so that's a pretty long one.
Yeah.
Although you're going faster and faster, they're getting shorter and shorter. So if you're going on a 40-mile ride, it means I have a few hours to myself in the garden.
It means you probably have 3 hours is what I'm guessing. But likely,
oh my goodness.
I'm going very early in the morning to beat the heat. So,
yeah. Well,
so.
I was thinking of getting some peaches, too, and canning peaches this weekend. I always have my list. I always have too many things that I want to get done. Not as much time. And, of course, there's piano practice tomorrow, too. I actually schedule that. I put that in my calendar. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Like Robin, rehearsal, I have like a time and everything that I have to report back here. Kind of keeps me disciplined.
Just a quick shout out to our friend Nancy, who's watching from the Space Coast. She keeps us up to date on all the launches from SpaceX.
How wonderful. Hi there, Nancy. Nice to see
you here.
I also wanted to give a shout out to Leonard Perry, my botanical gardening friend in Vermont, actually.
Mr. Botany himself.
Yes. He never fails to tune in. And always visits the tip jar. I really do appreciate that.
Thank you, Leonard. Appreciate it.
Victoria in tune. If you're on Patreon at least the $10 level per month, you received your sheet music perk for the month. I got those out earlier this afternoon. And there'll be some more fun things coming out in the mail in the coming days for those of you on different tiers. So this has a lyric. Why did I pick this one? I picked this one. It must have a summer thing in it.
Or something about dreaming.
Oh, yeah. The month of June. I just called to say I love you. Flowers bloom. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
How nice of you to call. I'm right here, though.
Stevie Wonder. Now I know why I picked it, Larry. The verse 3, no summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night. I knew there was a reason.
There's always a reason.
All right, so this one I don't need any notes. Peter, you're getting out of control there with that 3D printer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it looks like he's threatening to make a an ice cream machine from his 3D printer. I think those are unbelievable. Oh, Leonard, you've got a good local source for your PA peaches. Yeah, we've got great peaches here, I got to say. But Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, you guys really have the blueberries. We were just up in New Hampshire. You really have blueberries. All right. I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis. I laughed a little, Larry, when I was playing that song because I don't know if you remember this. Our daughter had a roommate in college who loved Les Miserables and played the album nonstop, like just constantly played it, and her roommates were getting so annoyed.
I know.
They made a sign, and it said, "No Les Miserables between the hours of 8 a.m. and noon."
No Stairway to Heaven, please.
Something like that. They just had to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
I know. I understand. Although it's a great song. So there are a few new songs tonight for me, things I've never played on the live stream.
Okay, here we
We
go.
always love when that happens. I think this is one of them. We'll find out. So this is an Andrew Lloyd Webber tune, which makes me very surprised as to why I've never played it on a live stream. But it fits in with the theme tonight, and this is Love Changes Everything.
So, Robin, Peter Harlan. I'm going to start calling him Peter Harlan.
Yes.
He wants
Peter noticed I'm not using my butterfly.
Right.
Well, okay, so everywhere I go, I have a little problem. All right, I'm going to tell you because you're my friends. It's live stream number 191. And
because I was going to call you out anyway.
You're going to call me out anyway. I might as well fess it up first. So, I remember a lot of notes. I have a lot of music in my head. There's a lot of things I'm very good at remembering. But I leave things almost every place I go, no matter how many times I check. So I took my butterfly, which is my little foot pedal that I keep by the piano when I'm using my iPad. I left it in the recording studio. And I must have checked that studio like 5 times. And I wrote a little message to the studio manager today. And Fran, and she said, I'll pop it in the mail. I'll put it in a priority mailbox. I said, yeah, I'll put the postage on my bill. Just put it on my bill. She's used to this because I think almost every single time I've had to have her send something back. And the last visit, Larry, I don't even know if I told you this. We were at Brett's house on our way to the trip to do the shows in Maine.
I knew this. I knew what you left
Yeah,
behind.
you left all this stuff on the dresser.
Oh, I didn't tell me about the dresser. I knew about the flip-flops, but I didn't know about the rest.
Oh, yeah. I left my shoes there. I also left a whole bunch of jewelry and just stuff randomly on the dresser.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Luckily, it's Brett, so we're good.
Yeah, he's a friend.
We're good. It just means we have to go back.
Yeah, the most embarrassing thing that ever happened was that I once left undergarments in a dressing room. And ladies, I'm talking to you now. Sometimes these undergarments, they can be on the pricey side, right? The things that people don't see, but expensive and important. And I thought, oh, well, I'm definitely not calling and telling them that I left these personal items in the dressing room. Oh, well, what are you going to do? A few weeks go by. Wait. A few weeks go by. I get an unmarked manila envelope package. And inside are my very personal belongings. No return address. No note. Clearly, they were just as embarrassed as I was. Just sent them back.
So
just saying. Yes, Peter.
So there's also the story of the missing shoe, which
we haven't found that one.
Well, we're going back to that venue in September, so we'll look for it. We will certainly search the venue again for your missing shoe.
I'm bummed because the concert shoes are very important. They have to be exactly a certain height. So when I pedal, it's exactly this thing. Otherwise, my ankle hurts. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to that shoe. No idea.
Nancy says she loves your stories. Well, we only tell about
1/10
of your stories on our live streams because the other 9/10 we're saving for the next book.
Well, there's a lot in the... Well, yeah, no, there should be another book. People keep telling me.
Right.
If you haven't read the first one, go pick it up. It's called Naked on the Bench. Not Naked on the Beach, folks. That's a drink. You can have a drink of Naked on the Beach while you read Naked on the Bench or listen to Naked on the Bench. My Adventures in Pianoland. It's on audiobooks everywhere.
Nancy, who she and I went to high school together, asked if last weekend I went to...
yeah, it's true, Peter. I got
2 weekends
back.
ago. Whether
embarrassing.
I did not go to the reunion, and the reason I didn't go to the reunion, why, Robin? Because
we were on
tour.
I needed him to be with me.
Sorry, folks.
All right, so we promised some more originals, so I'm going to do a few of those. 2 in a row. This is a dream song. A dream I have about my dad called We Meet Again. It's on my album On the Edge of a Dream. And after this, the one Dream On, which is actually from my musical Balloon Land. can hear that one on my album In the Arms of the Wind. How's everyone doing? What's going on? Oh, good. I'm so glad Donna and Jared played one of your favorites. Very happy to hear that. Glad you like We Meet Again. All right, we've got some zoomies here with cats. I don't know if they're going to make an on-camera appearance, but there's definite zoomies going on. Hey, you want to come here? No, they're going to just stay out of view.
They're camera shy. Yeah.
They're going to tease everyone, but just, yeah.
Oh, there they go.
There they go. Just hope they don't bump into the cameras.
No, but when they run around,
having a good time.
The main camera one, the camera shakes. It's like an earthquake when they run by.
Well, because sometimes they go over there, but they've learned not to play with the cords, though. Larry, good job on that one.
They know better.
All right, this has summer in the lyric, so put this one in here. Legrand and the Bergmans wrote this one.
The answer to the question
How deep
is
is your love? That's kind of fun.
deep. Very deep.
Deep.
That would be the Jeopardy answer.
Yes.
Deep. How deep is your love?
What are you guys talking about? I'm going to have to go back here and catch up.
Later.
They're all talking about all kinds
too
of
much.
stuff.
It's too
You know,
much.
I have FOMO. What is that called? Fear of missing out. Missing out. I'm playing the piano, and you guys are having a great time.
I think what would the
you guys are all talking.
What would the acronym be for fear of leaving behind?
Fear, FOLB?
Fear of leaving stuff behind.
Oh, I don't have any fear of leaving stuff behind. I just leave it behind. There's
just
no
happens.
fear involved.
It just happens.
It just happens.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just stuff.
You're so used to it, Larry. That's the whole thing. Larry's like,
it's just stuff.
what else did you leave? But yeah, it's a cosmetic. I mean, one time I was on tour, I left my whole makeup bag. I had to that was such a pain.
When we did the driving tour a few weeks ago and I had my bike with us, I had this fear of leaving my bike behind. It didn't happen, but, it was in my mind. Like, don't leave the bike behind. Don't forget the bike's on top of the car. Don't forget.
Or sometimes what happens is that, now you're traveling with me, but when you didn't travel with me, I would rent a vehicle. And on the way from the airport, stop at, a grocery store or something to kind of get some water, bottled water, some things for the hotel room. And I'd come out and I forget what car I had rented. So not only could I not find my car, I didn't even know what it looked like. But I learned that on the key fob, it tells you the make and model. That's not really helpful because I don't pay attention to what cars.
You just press the button and make the alarm go off.
Sometimes it was a distance. I'm pressing. Yeah.
Make the horn.
So I was like, so a woman came up to me and said, "Babe, can I help you find your car?" And I'm like, "No, because I have no idea what make, model, or color it is." Yeah.
You are always amazed that I find the cars in the parking lot.
You always find our car when we come back.
Even if it's a rental.
Yes, we were at the airport parking lot. It's a horror. The car could be anywhere. There's so many lots and levels and places, and I cannot tell you how many times I've been delayed coming home because I couldn't find my car.
As long as I'm on tour with you, that's not going to be
Larry,
an issue.
you've got this unbelievable skill set. I'm just so impressed with it.
Oh, see the camera's bouncing. See that bounce?
Yeah, the cats are.
That's a zoomie.
They're playing.
The
Zoomies.
The kittens.
All right, so
are
now
going
it's time
crazy.
for a few more originals, and I'm going to do the 2 a.m. gardener. It's kind of the time of year where that could happen to me or you. You could just get caught up in the garden.
In the moonlight.
And lose track of time.
And get locked out.
And get locked out in your nightgown. That could happen. I'm not saying it's ever happened to anyone I know. I'm just saying that it could happen.
It's not going to happen here because we don't have automatic locking doors like we did in New Jersey.
I haven't played that in a long time. I took some liberties with it and had some fun doing a little improvisation on it. So, got 3 more tunes to play for you, short ones, and I think 2 of them are ones I've never played before, on the live stream at least. So glad to share with you something new. They're not new songs, they're just new to the live stream. Frank Sinatra sang this one by Johnny Mercer, and this is A Summer Wind. Larry and I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. We are so glad that you've joined us and that you welcome us into your homes or wherever you are. I know some people listen in their car or
Their garden.
or in their garden.
Among the mosquitoes.
Whatever you're doing. Yeah, oh my gosh, I have so many bug bites. Can I tell you? My goodness, New Hampshire got me.
Ouch.
But thank you so much. And I'm not on tour the rest of the summer. I'm here. I'm here.
Well, not entirely.
We'll be here.
Not entirely. We're here next
Not
week, but
entirely.
not in 2 weeks. So.
Oh, that's because we're going to be visiting your mama.
Yeah.
But I will be here next week, next Friday, same time, same station, all of that.
Next Friday night, Piano Bar.
Variation on a theme.
Episode number
Thanks
20.
Number 20. But this is number 19.
You're
number
watching
191
Robin
altogether. So I'm
Spielberg's
going
Piano
to put
Bar.
this one in because many of you, like me, are harvesting from your gardens. This is Shine On Harvest Moon. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your weekend.
Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate you all. Carmel, you get the very last word tonight. She's all quiet. Thanks, folks.